Yardie's Kitchen, and today we are doing a very unconventional meal for me. I am making teriyaki steaks. For this, I'm using some premium sirloin, very thinly cut sirloin beef, and I'm gonna be be marinating this with some teriyaki sauce and some olive oil and stuff like that. And as I said before, beef is not something that I generally cook, but the wife called me at work and said she's hungry, she want beef. So that's what's for dinner. All right, I have some green peppers that I'll be using later on, some scallions or green onion. I have celery and 1 carrot. I have a little bit of ginger here, and I have a host of garlic because I love garlic. All right, now that's what's going to be going on the meat when it's done towards making the sauce, making it right nice. I'm going to serve this with some rice. Again, it's not something that we're not eating rice all that willy-nilly, but yeah, we're going to use rice today. I have some garlic salt here. I have this teriyaki sauce with, which I bought, and I'm going to use that as well. I have Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, Worcestershire sauce, and then I have my salt and my pepper, and we're gonna be marinating this with some extra virgin olive oil. All right, so I'm adding my pepper, and I'm just doing all my powdered ingredients first. I'm adding my pepper and a little bit of my garlic salt, not that much, because the teriyaki dressing will have salt. All right, so I'm just using a little bit, just a little bit, and I'm putting it on one side. You must know how, minuscule the amount is that I'm using. Then I'm adding some, this is ginger powder, again in keeping with my Asian theme. I'm going ginger. Now with this I can move my meat around. I washed my hands, folks, so I can touch my meat. All right. And I'm putting my powdered ingredients first, and then I'm gonna drizzle the olive oil over it and allow it to marinate. Because I want I don't want the ingredients to, I want the oil to sort of, just seal in everything. All right. Then I have wash my hands. I have here my steak seasoning, which I mixed with some jerk. And I have to add it to it because, again, not because I want jerk in everything, but it's well seasoned. You understand? It give me a little pepper. It's balanced. So I'm adding some of this to it as well. All right? And that's about it. The next thing I'm going to add is my Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, Publix, Worcestershire sauce. And this is original steak sauce, tenderize everything in a one. All right. And I'm gonna add this again, maybe just to one side. And then finally, I'm gonna put my olive oil to drizzle. So after I've added my powdered ingredients and my olive oil and stuff, now I have some of my vegetables or my herbs that I want to use to now add to my marinade. All right. Right here I have the heads of the celery, and trust me, ladies and gentlemen, that little flowered part of the celery that looks like parsley it has a whole bunch of flavors. All right. Now this almost want to feel like what the Spanish called chimichurri, but yeah, it's not. I have my garlic all minced here, and I'm gonna add this as well. And again, just spreading my stuff out. Yeah, I'm gonna mix it up afterwards. I keep saying a lot. I have my ginger also, that I'm gonna add my ginger. And finally, I'm gonna add one of my scallion stock or green onion. All right. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you want this to marinate nicely. All right. I'm gonna mix it up off camera, but you want it to marinate nicely. This looks pretty already. Look almost ready to eat. Now, when everything is said and done, as I said before, I'm gonna also add the rest of my vegetables to make the sauce. All right, my carrots and my celery and my sweet pepper, and I will get back to you when this is marinated. This has to be marinated for at least 15 to 30 minutes. Let me add my meat at this time. And the general principle is, you know, just maybe 5 minutes or so on each side. I don't want it to cook any longer than that, you know, because I don't want it to get tough. All right, so not even 5 minutes, you know, less than 5 minutes on each side. Trust me, folks. I don't want it to be tough at all. I prefer finishing it in the oven instead of making it stay longer than that. I'm gonna try to finish it in the oven because, you know, generally I want the meat to be cooked. I don't want it to be tough or nothing. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna saute my vegetables right now, and then I'm gonna put this back in the marinating bowl, and there is where I'm gonna finish up the remainder of the cooking. All right. I'm gonna add my teriyaki sauce and my vegetables and all of that to it at that time, and then I'm gonna finish it up in the oven, because I realize that if I keep this on the searing in the searing pan much longer, it's gonna be tough. But if I finish it in the oven, I can add my vegetables and everything and finish it up in the oven. All right? Now I have my pan here, and I'm gonna add my ingredients, my vegetables to this pan to get a quick saute on them, using the same juices from the meat, and then I'm gonna pour it on, and and then it's gonna be finished in the oven. Here is my meat, and trust me, nice, very, very nice. You know, the juices are running as it is there, and I'm just gonna add my teriyaki sauce to that, and then finish it up in the oven. I'm gonna deglaze this pan a little bit with some water. Just a little water. The wife told me that the beef that I did, the searing, was sufficient, and so I am just resting it in the oven right now. And what she says is, no, do not finish it up in the oven like I normally would, but make a reduction from the teriyaki and the whole thing here, and then that will be the sauce for the thing. So it is reported that the beef is good, and it's right. The doneness is right. So now all I'm doing is allowing my teriyaki marinade and everything to reduce. And then once it reduces, that's what I will spoon over it. I'm allowing the carrots and everything to stay in there for flavor. And then that's what I'm going to spoon over it. I went ahead and added my teriyaki sauce with some pineapple juice and stuff. And so, yeah, that's what's happening right there. In the oven, my beef is just resting. I'm just going to add a little sugar to my sauce here to balance it out, you know, and keep up that umami flavor. So once that is done and it's reduced, then I will do the plating. Now I'm ready to plate, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna start by adding my vegetables to my plate. And as you can see, I'm molding the rice. This is something I learned, you know, from one of my brethren who is a chef, and him teach me. Now, as it relates to the actual plating, don't ask me no question, because I just do something right, you know. And it look like it works, so I just continue with it. It seemed workish, you know. Yeah, I like that. I like it. And my meat has been resting in the oven, and I'm just gonna add my meat at this time. So here you have it, folks. My teriyaki seared beef, and this is the best that I can do given as well that I have not had much experience cooking beef. It's not a meat that I love, you know, but try my best, and I'm hoping that my best is good enough. You know, just gonna finish off the plate with some green onions or scallions, and meat is nice and soft and everything, you know. The little boy and the wife, he can't wait to dig into this, and I'm holding them up right now, but I have to try and make my presentation look good. All right, and the final thing is some sesame seeds. There you have it, folks. Yardie belly take on teriyaki steak, grilled teriyaki steak. And I do hope that you get to try this in your neck of the woods, you know.